and the dog's running around too.
Oh, that's funny. I thought it was one of the dogs. It was the cat. He was galloping.
Okay, I think it's working. I just got a notification for Dancing Bear.
I just got a notification. Let me go check it. We're live, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk.
It's really cute.
Tonight is our Memorial Day weekend special. We're cooking.
Oh my gosh, you guys can't see it right now, but it's so dang cute. Princess Leia is playing with a kitty cat. She is so excited. Yeah, she's playing with the kitty cat. Our kitty, Wicket. So funny. She's like popping around. She's like, hop, 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 hop. And the cat's like, no.
Oh, she's chewing on the wall.
Oh no, you don't chew on the wall. Hey, no. That's why do they want to chew on the wall? I don't get it.
Look at that.
Okay, so my mom's gonna film because it's so cute. Oh my goodness, it's just adorable cuteness.
What, the kitty cat?
Yes, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be silent for a couple seconds because I need to.
All righty.
Go over.
We got a little last minute stuff for everybody. So we got a few people watching right now. Let us know who you are and where you're from. I'm going to do a little bit of sharing on my part.
Okay, let's see. All right. Hey guys, everyone. We gotta share. Share
Share.
because you care.
I care.
Okay.
And if I care, I'll share.
I didn't share.
And you should too.
Be like, share, everyone. Oh my gosh.
I want to do a little slide advance and just quickly. Okay, just doing a test. Okay, we got rid of that little gray rectangle in the upper right-hand corner. All right, let's get this thing going right here. Share.
And actually, I don't know if you can hear it, but in the background, Mochi and Chewy are playing, and they're like, can you hear them?
I hear them.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to close the bedroom door.
Again, watching the Mochi and Scratchy.
Yeah, let's see. Post and shared. I tagged 20 people.
I got one of the computers kind of drag on and sharing. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. I see a few people watching.
Okay. Let's see. Let's get this all going. Okay. Let's see. Let me open up the YouTube because I watched the chat notes, chat from YouTube at the same time as our show. Let's see here. Okay. Yes.
Slowly sharing.
Okay.
Slowly going.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So it's been a busy week this week. Holy moly. I can't believe the week. Actually, I can't believe pretty much, isn't it crazy? May is pretty much gone for the year.
I know. We won't be back until a year from now.
I know, right?
We're gonna wait till next year. Well, I mean, this is like we're looking at the kickoff of summer. A lot of kids I work with, families I know around here, it's just high school. You know, the seniors have just stopped high school. They're doing their graduations mostly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, depending on the high school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so they're busy doing that. You know, it's basically the start of summer. People start doing the road trips.
It was really crazy today because today I went over to Costco before dinner, and there was seriously very few people at Costco. It was the weirdest thing. Yeah, it was really weird. It was all of not all the registers were open, and there was only maybe 2 people in line each register. Super easy to find parking this evening. We didn't have to search for them. We could park pretty close without searching or waiting. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is weird. I wonder if that's the calm before the storm. You know where we get busy is going to be 4th of July weekend.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? It's going to be crazy.
Oh
It's
yeah.
going to be nuts.
Share here right quick.
Yeah, and I wonder if who's going out to have like vacations this weekend, who's going out of town. It'd be interesting to know.
A lot of people I know are going out. Like where I live, most people take their vacations about last part of July, 1st of August. But because schools are starting so early, like we're in Palm Springs and Indian Palm Desert, they're actually starting their school like October, around August 8th, August 15th.
Oh, Maya just clocked in. Hey, Maya.
What is going to be crazy? Well, Maya, we're talking about Costco and 4th of July weekend.
Yeah. We actually were just talking about how it's been so quiet. And it was just, it was so quiet at Costco today when I went in the evening. It was just weird. So, and then I don't know if Maya wants to share the news, or do you want me to share the news, Maya? Because something special happened in Maya's life.
Oh, she got a puppy.
Wait, you wanted to let her tell everyone?
I don't know what she got. I'm just guessing. Did Maya get a puppy?
I don't know. Maya, what did you get? What happened in your life that was pretty exciting yesterday? Oh, she says you can.
All right. What happened?
So Maya got a puppy.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, she got a puppy.
Wow. My joke was correct.
I know, that's what I was like, seriously?
Wow. That was nuts. What kind of puppy did you get, Maya?
It's a Chihuahua mix.
Chihuahua and Great Dane? Chihuahua and St. Bernard?
I don't know. I think it's just like how Mochi is a mix.
Yes.
It's like this one's a mix. But it's really funny. His face kind of he kind of has a little bit of a Mochi face. Like his face, like how he has little wrinkles on his head.
His short little legs like Mochi?
I don't know. But he looks, I don't know. I think that he's smaller than Mochi, but he kind of looks like Mochi.
Gotcha.
But Mochi is a part Chihuahua, so, I mean.
Gotcha. We are only a couple minutes away, folks. Share.
I know, guys. This is going to be a really fun episode. Both James and I actually got some really cool videos together and made some cool stuff to share with you guys.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Maya says we adopted from the San Diego Humane Society. Awesome, Maya. And his legs are long and a bit big like my hand. Hands long and two. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to see a mix of a Doberman Pinscher and a Chihuahua.
Oh, that's easy.
With the coloring of a poodle.
You're delayed.
A coloring of a poodle. Poodles come in all kinds of colors.
Pick one. Blue?
Well, I guess blue is considered gray, right?
Oh, you want to? Yeah, I just thought one Cold Spring, Queensland Heeler, and a Chihuahua. Just had a Queensland Heeler, was a kid, old stock dog.
Can I borrow your battery, Mom? Is it fully charged? I'm going to borrow my mom's battery so that I can.
All righty, tidy.
My phone won't run out because I'm, like I said, I'm monitoring.
Gotcha.
Chat on the other.
When I was a kid, we had an old stock dog from along my granddad and Queensland Heeler named Scooby Doo. Pretty amazing.
Oh, well,
you look at her, and anybody who's worked cattle is going to know the skit. And that dog would just rear up, get barking, and she lived to be like 17. She's having puppies till she's 15.
Wow. Oh my gosh, James, guess what? Okay, so we originally went for a girl. Maya said we originally went for a girl pup, but she was already adopted out. And then we were already in the parking lot. And as it may be, we got our backup choice. His name is Brody. Yay!
Thank you, Maya, for sharing the show. Brody. Good name.
Yes.
That's almost as good a name as Earl.
Yes.
Was it named after Adrian Brody?
You know what? Maybe Maya should have named her dog after Earl.
I'm sure Earl liked that.
Oh my God.
Sure, we can't talk about Earl's job application.
Yeah, well,
All right, yeah, no.
Earl is just way underqualified to work a dancing bear, unfortunately.
He's got retail experience at Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah,
and
but
now here, Oklahoma Bureau of Tourism and Hog Farming.
Not enough experience.
All right, fine. All right.
Experience, I know, it's crazy. Okay, it's 10:01.
It's 10:01. All right. Shall we do a countdown?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we count down to the countdown?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Countdown to countdown. So let's do a 5-second countdown to the 10-second countdown. Ready? 5.
Okay. 10.
4. Hold on. I'm getting messages from Maya on Facebook Messenger. Not the greatest timing, Maya, but we love the beautiful little Brody right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a proud dog parent.
Absolutely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We did the countdown to the countdown. 10.
Let's go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I completely feel left out. I'm gonna go cry during the opening credits. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Avea Kamori Yang and James Hermings. Tonight's our annual Memorial Day weekend special. We're going to show you some cooking recipes and we're going to have some other Memorial Day weekend fun. What is the funniest barbecue movie of all time? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's time to start the show. Well, am I not stopping sharing? Okay, there's the button right there. All right. Wow.
Hey guys, I am broadcasting from my office in Pawnee,
Oklahoma.
Actually, I think, is it Pawnee, Oklahoma? I don't think so. I think it's Pawnee, Indiana.
It sure looks a lot like the set from The Office.
Parks and Rec.
Park and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to really watch that show. I still got to start on The Office.
This is Leslie Knope's office. Leslie Knope. She let me film in her office right now. So I'm over at her office. I just figured it's a nice picturesque,
So why don't you walk behind the desk and show us what's on and dial on the phone then?
Well, I don't think it's appropriate to be going down back there and touching her stuff. I try to be, professional.
Lean back and just move your arms around randomly and see if you knock anything off, because you won't, because the desk is way behind you. Just scoot your chair back and just go, woo.
Okay.
I'll do this with a taco.
Why don't you just take a bite? Why don't you just take a bite of one of the tacos in the background?
Okay. It's too big.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's too big to eat. Obviously. Okay. So we kind of have a themed background tonight. I have tacos because we're going to have a cooking episode tonight. And obviously, Savea's got Park and Rec because patriotic. And thinking about how many people will be at the parks this weekend. Boom. There you go. Yes. Good connection. Okay. So let's get a little business out of the way. What's going on with Dancing Bear this week? Oh, I was going to ask you, James. What's going on with Elk Rack? I asked you first. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, there's a few things that are going on. We actually are really, really, really trying to really get the word out about the elk rawhide drum class that's going to be at our store in only 2 weeks. And so we basically, if there's anyone who is interested in taking the class, it is going to be a really fun class. You're going to leave with a drum. You're going to make a drum by yourself. It's going to be made. You're going to have a drum you're going to take home. And you're going to be able to enjoy having a drum that you made in class. I will go get a hand drum as an example. When I get done with Elk Rack, I will bring out one of the hand drums to show them make, because it's in the other room and I won't exactly take off right now because it's my turn. Well, yeah. And then, so there's that.
And then we have our bead retreat. Registration opens. So if you guys need to sign up, I do recommend sign up sooner than later because we are limited in how much space we have in that event. So anyway, okay, James.
What's the limitation? 100 people?
Well,
200 people?
I think that generally we don't have that many people. We generally have about probably about 30 people.
That's not bad.
People.
That's not bad at all. Better
yeah,
100.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right, Elk Rack. There's not much to say this week. Found out we're going to be probably going to be part of the what's called Open Palm Springs on June 15th over at Palm Canyon, also known as the Strip. We will probably be part of the event. I'll be able to confirm that next week. It is coinciding with purposely being held on the day that California opens and lifts a majority of the COVID-19 restrictions. And this Palm Springs is celebrating, and we're going to be part of that. We have been doing business in Palm Springs as part of what's called the Village Fest, the weekly art market, for 20 years. It would have been 21, but we all got forced to take a year off on that one. But it's coming back, and we will definitely start seeing us there in July. That's what there's to say right there, and that's the business. So I go get a hand. Can you kill 20 seconds while I go get a hand drum?
Yes, I can.
Okay, starting now.
Okay, guys. So, the other thing that's going on with Dancing Bear is that we have an event coming up in the fall. It's called the Bead Shop Pop. It is actually going to be a really fun event. We've done this event since 2011, and it's with 11 other bead stores, and basically it's a road trip for beaders, and you can win prizes, and there's all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm in the process of planning this event for the fall. It is going to be the 2 weekends, Thursday through Sunday, on the weekend after Labor Day. So 2 weekends. It is going to be a lot of fun. We're super excited. Hold on. The dog is chewing on this.
Was that chewing?
No, Princess Leia. She's been extra.
The golden perfect one. The favorite.
She has been extra chewy, and she's playing with.
Well, I hope she's not chewing that furniture in that office that somebody's letting you use. That would just be bad.
I know it would be it's kind of bad. I mean, I know I brought her and my cat to Leslie Knope's office. I know that's pretty unprofessional, but I figured she's not here, she won't know. I don't think she's allergic to cats, so it's not that bad.
You brought a cat too?
Mm-hmm. I brought a cat with me. He's just walking around right now, just checking out the office. Hey, don't chew that. Sorry.
Wow. I'm glad I didn't invite you to my world headquarters underneath the volcano. You'd bring your dog and it'd start chewing on the, precious doomsday equipment. Anyway, Drum.
Yes.
Okay. So if you come over and the class is going to be, what is the date and the time?
It is June 13th from, I believe I don't know the time.
It'll be on Dancing Bear's side, but figure about late morning-ish, lunchtime-ish. Yes. We'll have the class. If we have enough people, we'll be doing an overflow class. And apparently the drum turned invisible slightly for a second. But this is about a 15-inch elk hide hand drum. Learn how to make the cool bass, wrap like that, drum like this. And you learn how to make the beater. It won't be quite like this one. This is an old drum beater I bought. The beaded handle needs to be repaired real bad that I've had for like 23 years. But hopefully, is that sound coming through?
Yes, it is.
You go, creates an awesome sound. You learn how to make one of these, take it home. Pure awesomeness, and you get to see Savay and I in one place at one time.
And the humor is crazy. So it's like a comedy show, but it's a drum class. It's kind of like a weird mix, but it works.
And we'll have a piano player there narrating what we're saying while we're going along. Somebody from Dancing Bear better learn how to play a piano real quick. Keep that promise.
It's actually really fun. James is a very good instructor and is very entertaining. I took the class with him a long time ago, and I made 2.5 drums, and I was crippled for several months. So I, of course, don't recommend
Well,
anyone
that's
make
just the
more
way to
than
promote the class. She had some
because I
tendonitis.
made 2.5 drums.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. One, you get pulled. There's a lot of pulling on the rawhide. Masochist
Yes.
went for 2 and going, "Arr, arr," what she's doing, she's turning green, 10 feet tall, going, "Arr, Hulk,
Yeah.
make drum."
So the story is that basically, if you sign up for the class, you have to come because we prepare the kits, and once they're wet, they have to be made. They can't
Yep.
not be made because the rawhide's already the way rawhide is prepared. It's starting. It's put in water overnight and it starts to decompose at a certain point. So it's just you just can't wet it again and dry it and wet it and wet it just ruins it. So
Yeah, it's a tricky balancing act like that. We like to only soak the rawhide once because it is flesh. The water actually breaks it down. It starts the decomposition process. And we're talking about an animal here. And and as it is wet, becomes pliable and it stretches. We put it over the frame, and as it dries, it shrinks back into place.
Yes.
And that's when you get the really cool boom sound. And it goes from there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really a very cool experience. I recommend it to everyone, even if you're not into making drums or if you're not into, it's a really neat process to go through because you really learn how to make something from like with real natural materials, which is very cool.
And part of that also is that you also learn some of the, I'll cover drums in general. I'll cover the drums place at a native gathering, predominantly powwows. We'll talk about some of the other instruments that will be used by tribes at a gathering. And I'll show different styles of drums, the powwow drum, and then the etiquette that it has for the hand drum and some of the singing styles done, as well as example how the songs are going. So you not only know how to just make the drum, but a cultural context of them. I'm a drum guy.
So I had
which is very good. My nation's mostly like shakers with stomp dancing, but I'm a drum guy.
Asked me, where's the pups? Hey, pup. Okay, we gotta show one. This is Miss Princess Leia. She's getting wild and playing with the kitty. Hello. Hello.
Gotcha. All right, okay. So we had a request. Leia, huh? Okay.
We had a request.
Gotcha. All right. While we're doing this, we're about to start our Memorial Day weekend special. We have a little unfinished business from last week. There was an incident during the show, and we want to address some concerns some of our viewers had. We did come on.
And it was really. It's a bad situation, guys. It really was bad.
We had we had our social media influencer, one of them. We have 2 of them on that we like to come on the show. That's Sava Aa and Jamais Hermé. They're both high-end fashion designers, as well as our social media influencers come on the show and like to talk about fashion. Last week we did have last week's guest that is a TikTok influencer, and Jamais Hermé came on, and he was very condescending to Savea. Inexcusable is my book. He is arrogant, but with that, we talked to our manager, our producers for the show, and we put in a complaint, reported because he's been very, very condescending to our interns and our staff for the show, and so we reported human resources. And some of you that have seen our past shows remember that we have introduced our HR person. It's an artificial intelligence HRAI. So we took the robot HRAI, Human Resources Artificial Intelligence, and there was actually a meeting, a sit-down meeting between Savea, HRAI, and Jamais Hermé. And we would like to share that session with everybody to show you what came of it, what the resolution is, and hopefully this will bring some Maya says low. I can't keep a straight face all of a sudden.
And we just want everyone to know that Late Night Craft Talk is a safe space.
It's a safe space. And he ended up having to take a time out. And folks, we want to play a clip for you of that interview and how it went. So hopefully this will bring this to a resolution.
Yep.
And keeping a straight face.
Yes.
Here we go.
We are holding this meeting to review an incident between Jamais Hermé and Savea during the May 21st show of Late Night Craft Talk. There have been complaints of bullying by Jamais Hermé against the staff of Late Night Craft Talk.
I do not know anything of this bullying you speak of. I simply inspire people to better themselves through fashion using a forceful and belligerent manner.
I think you just admitted that you're a bully.
Nonsense! I'm being accused by this minivan driver that I am a bully. See who is the bully here. I'm merely trying to better the world.
My programming has identified your current aggressive behavior as confirmation of the legitimacy of the complaints against you. I need to assess your type of aggression and pinpoint the area of contention.
I can help you with that. He's just 100% mean. Savaa never treats me this way.
I bring a counterpoint. Siva is never here when you are. She knows not to be seen with a person with clothes that have a designer label called generic.
Are you this mean to James?
Who? Oh, the busboy whose name I always purposely forget. I believe he is fine for someone that buys his clothes off the clearance rack at a swap meet. I thought that his name was Atrocitus, after his choice in clothes.
I believe that I know the source of aggression. My programming has identified a 97% chance that you were raised in a small village that is poor in East Germany, and that your father was a cobbler while your mother raised sheep. You grew up poor, and that you are overcompensating by downtrodding the people that you see as better off than you were as a child.
That makes total sense. You know, I'm beginning to feel real sorry for you for a bit. Are you just a little man? You're just a little man behind that huge ego.
Nonsense. I was raised in the Austrian village of Vutan in the Prada Mountains of Versace region of Austria. My father was an attorney and judge in the local court of fashion. My mother was the constable of the fashion police. I was raised in the strictest upbringings to respect the world of high designer clothing labels and accessories.
I've never heard of your fancy designer mountains and village in Austria, and I think you're lying about your whole younger life.
Nonsense, you 99-cent shopper.
That's not bad. The 99-cent store is not bad.
There is no need for name calling. The passive-aggressive behavior I have now classified as 100% aggressive. You are showing anger, and my program has identified that you are particularly aggressive to Savea. The reason for this is probable jealousy.
I can see that. He's probably just jealous of my little doggy, Princess Leia.
Nonsense again. Your small furry companion is one of the only redeeming qualities. The designer handbag that you keep Princess Leia in was designed by the Jamais Hermé designer pet companion fashion line. You have presented this handbag as a hopeful inspiration for you to become a revered fashion icon as Siva who you bear a striking resemblance to, if not for your atrocious taste in clothes.
You know, though, I think I got this from the Harvey's website,
which is a subsidiary of Jamais Hermé pet accessory and handbag designer fashion.
My program identified that as a manpology. That is still condescending, but it is a start. Perhaps Jamais Hermé can perform some charity work to make him learn to be more humble.
That's a great idea. I don't think he does anything for anybody but himself.
Not true. I work with several organizations to bring fashion to the mundane.
Really? Show me some proof that you've done something selfless and charitable.
This I find incalculable. This improbable scenario is not likely.
Here, I will show you a photo from last Saturday. See, here I am at an Eagle Scout Court of Honor for the Boy Scouts, presenting a fashion certificate to a young person that performed a service project of bringing bright-colored scarves and designer handbags to the people that know no other color but plaid.
Is that a real photo? It doesn't look real. It looks doctored.
Of course it is, you silly runway model of Bubba overalls. This is a real photo.
That actually seems really nice of you. I'm surprised. But why are you always mean to me?
Because you are tough, and fashion is tough. And staying in fashion is even harder. I do this because I love. And especially because I love myself.
Here we go. I was beginning to have some hope for you, but you just ruined it.
My programming has classified you as a classic narcissist with delusions of grandeur.
But of course I do. That is why Siva and I make such a perfect team. She is a perfectionist, and I am perfect.
Oh my gosh, it is getting really deep right now. I need a robot shovel.
I think I'm gagging.
I have computed a response to address your constant beratement of late night craft talk staff. I am recommending that you show humility and lose that attitude by wearing plaid throughout the next week and working as an intern with the show staff.
That is your punishment for me? What is this? An episode of Undercover Boss? Fine. This, if I must do, then I shall do the only way possible.
How is that?
In fashion.
This now concludes.
Well, that got cut off.
Let
Wow.
me put my video back.
Did that go anywhere, that hearing?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, he really like changed how he was this week working with him, and I did notice a difference. And I actually really appreciate that we had that meeting with him because he did change his tone a lot.
How we are talking, okay, because when we got done with our planning meeting with that, and I'm walking out to my Ferrari, I went out there, and I was walking in the building, and he was walking. What's that?
I was walking to my Lamborghini. What are you talking about?
I was walking to my Tom Selleck Magnum PI Ferrari, and
No, I have like the Lamborghini SUV outside.
Okay, so as I'm walking,
Okay, James.
I pulled up. No, you first. I wasn't lying, or was I? Anyway, so as I'm walking out, I'm opening the door, and he goes, "Hold this and carry this for me, boy." And I went, "You jerk!" And he goes, "I've been called better by worse." And I'm like, "What?" Anyway, so hopefully that draws some resolution. And for anybody that's wondering, that picture at the Eagle Court, that is a real picture of Jamais Hermé at the Eagle Court last Saturday up in the town of Joshua Tree. Okay, moving on. So we have our Memorial Day weekend special starting now. Well, it's been starting.
Yes.
So, and obviously, today's got to play dogs quit chewing on tables and putting on the cat.
I needed to cover because she was chewing on random things on the floor.
Got it. All right. So,
okay.
While we're doing this, anybody, if you're doing something special this weekend, let us know in the comments and give us a shout out, and we'll say it is and read out your comments right there and what you're doing. Let us know what you're doing this weekend. Special trips, camping, beach trips, barbecue, turning a chihuahua upside down and waving at a camera, little odd things like that, like Savay is doing. All right. While we're doing this, let's go ahead and start off with our cooking special. Let me bring up the Z graphic real fast because I made it and I want to get it up. And let me. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't officially happen.
I think everyone's going to be people are either going to be really hungry after this show, or they're going to be ready to run to the grocery store because there's so many things they want to do.
Hoorah. Some of you might have to wait till the morning to go get it. You'll have to be pacing the floor. Anyway, it don't start till the graphic comes. Tonight, cooking recipes for Memorial Day weekend. I am doing a recipe. Savea is doing a recipe, and we're going to go from there. All right, let's go ahead first. Show off what I am doing. I have chosen an Instapot recipe. I've showed how to make beef ribs with the Instapot. We ready?
Yeah.
Your face is going to be clean from that little tongue washer there.
I know. All the time.
Gotcha. Okay, folks, we just recorded this. I recorded this like maybe 2.5 hours ago, cooking these up. But this is ribs with an Instapot. It's
Yay.
Like Instant Pot or Instapot?
It's Instapot.
But when you look it up, it says Instant Pot. But we all say Instapot. It's confusing. Anyway, here we go, folks.
Yeah, well, it's Instapot, so Instapot.
Instapot. Either way, we'll know what it is. Ribs.
Hey there, Late Night Craft Talk Friday crowd. Welcome to our Memorial Day weekend cooking special. Tonight, I'm going to teach you how to cook ribs in the Instapot. Step one, we take these lovely ribs, nothing special done to them or anything. All we're going to first do is we're going to do step one, and we're going to put them in the pressure cooker in the Instapot. Okay, here we got the Instapot right here. I've added a cup of water inside of the Instapot, and we got the rack right here already in there so that it'll keep the ribs off the bottom. Now we're going to take the ribs and we're going to put them in here side by side in rows. So let's get that done. There's a couple already there, right there, ready to go. Take the next one, put it in rows. Awesomeness. See where we're stacking them right here.
Here's some information that might help.
Well, let's back that up. I don't know how that happened.
That is so funny.
That was what's the Microsoft version of Siri?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just what happened.
By side in rows. So let's get that done. There's a couple already there, right there, ready to go. Take the next one, put it in rows. Awesomeness. You can see where we're stacking them right here. You can put them all close together. Let's get that done. Get that one pretty much filled, so we go in another row. Get those in there. Oh, raw meat, soon to become cooked meat, specifically ribs. Let's get this next one in here. And we're ready to start another row. And it is almost all in. Let's get that in there straight, fat, nice and flat. Oh, here we go. All ready? Now we're going to put the lid on. Remember, when you put the lid on with the Instapot, you got to put it in a certain way right here. You get it locked down. Now it's locked in place. There's a little pressure thing right here. We got to put the valve on so it doesn't lose pressure. Get it on there. Remember to do that. Now let's set the Instapot. Okay, we have the Instapot right here already plugged in. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to push pressure cook. It's already preset for 15 minutes. It's going to go. Once it's done with the 15 minutes, remember, we're going to want to let that pressure naturally subside. So you want to leave the ribs in for an extra few minutes. Says on, off we go. Ribs on the way. Awesomeness. Now that we have the ribs and they've cooked in the Instapot for 15 minutes and then we let the pressure naturally go down, we're going to take this pan. We've already sprayed it with some butter spray type stuff. Now we're going to take some of this sweet barbecue sauce that is called Stubbs, and it is sweet honey barbecue. We're going to take some of that and put it in the pan right here, just enough to cover the bottom. There we go. That should be about enough. Kind of brush it around right there because we're going to get ready to roll those ribs in the barbecue sauce. I think we probably need a little bit more. Now, actually, this should be enough. Okay, let's rub that around to spread it out a bit. Oh, barbecue sauce. If I get injured, I'm going to get a barbecue sauce IV. All right, let's roll that around nice and good. So you can see right there. Now we're going to take this rib because we got to spread out around about enough. Let's go and set that over here. We're going to take the first rib and we're going to kind of set it right there. We're going to roll it around a little bit. Get that barbecue sauce on there. Boy, I found religion. So we got it rolled around a nice bit over here. We're going to set it over here. We're going to take the next rib, and we're going to do it again. If we run out of barbecue sauce and I run out of stubs, I'm just going to come out with a good old Sweet Baby Ray's. So we're going to do this again and again. Rub that around in there. Whew. Boy, I hear angels singing. Barbecue sauce and ribs. Rub that right around in there. Good. Okay, I think so. Let's rub there. We're going to repeat the process over and over again until we put all the ribs in this pan. Okay, just taking the brush right here and kind of brushing that extra barbecue sauce on there. Matter of fact, I ran out of barbecue sauce, so we had the stubs with the honey, that honey barbecue. Then went with the Sweet Baby Ray's with the chipotle. And then we're having to add a little bit of a third that's sweet Vidalia onion. So triple taste. Triple the barbecue sauce, triple the awesomeness. All right, let's finish brushing that on there. That is about done. Ribs. Now it's time to put them in the oven. Now that the ribs have been basted in all that lovely barbecue sauce, it's time to put it in the oven. But first, just to help it so it won't dry out, I take a piece of aluminum foil and I tinted it, which means kind of bent it up. And I put it loosely over the ribs and it's kind of bent in around the corners so it stays within the pan right here with all the ribs. Now we're going to put it in the oven. We set the oven for 350 degrees and it's going to be the oven for 30 minutes. Let's put it in. In those ribs go. Perfection, awesomeness. 30 minutes till greatness. Ribs, 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 ribs. Look at that. Ribs. They're steaming hot. It's awesome. Ow, I'm having a moment. Because I got a little tear in my face because I'm having a moment of religion from the Church of Ribs. Awesomeness. Ribs. Rib. What? This is a badge of honor. Ribs. USA, USA, USA. Well, how'd that happen? And well, I got my hands full right here, but what?
Yum! That looks
My camera back
good. Yes, the camera is back on.
Well, let me put this plate down of ribs.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wiped off my face since then.
Yes.
Them some good ribs. One thing the camera did not show is when I brought it out, there was this ray of light that came. The clouds parted, and this
out
ray
the window.
Came down.
Light just came down through your window.
It went through the roof, down through the ceiling. Hopefully, it didn't do any damage to the roof of the ceiling. It came into the kitchen and shone that oven as I opened the door and took out the ribs, and it followed the ribs over the counter.
Wow.
And when I ate it, this is when I ate the ribs. This is what happened. Oh, and I'm going, what is that angelic sound? And I realized it was me.
Wow.
Okay. So
that is really cool.
Really, you're not very enthusiastic, apparently.
No, it was a great video.
I'm more
you hear
American.
Me laughing? Even Princess Leia barked during your video because she's like, I want some. That's what she literally said when she barked during your video.
Well, I would assume your lack of showing enthusiasm, going, I'm enthusiastic, Bueller. I will assume that you are so over the top, amazed at the ribs that you are simply burned out of emotion and you're just going, that's so good. Bueller. So, Savea, what do you have planned for tonight? I believe you have a dessert.
Guys.
Okay.
So, what I had, because we're all so busy here today, and James is like an amazing video editor, and I wasn't able to do a recording of voiceover. I had to I recorded my video during craft night, and I had sound going all crazy, like dogs barking and people talking. And I was like, okay, I'm taking the sound off of these videos, and I was going to do a voiceover. I have my notes here. You can't see. I'm going to do my voiceover during the video. So basically, one of the things that I've made before was I made a Jello, multi-layered Jello rainbow cake, like a mold, Jello thing. So the best way to describe it is to show you guys. Okay.
That kind of rainbow?
Mr. Yes.
Rambo
sprinkles. Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready, guys? Okay, so I got these really cool copper. Molds on eBay like a while ago. Sometimes you can find them at the thrift stores, but I have these really cool molds. And what I did was I pulled them out because I thought it would look really cool, because when you do it, they look really neat. So one of the things that you have to do is you have to use a cooking spray, and you're going to spray the inside of the pan. So basically it prevents the Jello from sticking to the inside of the pan. I made 2 of them at the same time. So what you need to do is you have to do the different color boxes. And because I couldn't get all the colors in the smaller boxes, there's actually a 3-ounce box. If you pick the 3-ounce boxes, you'll actually be able to make 1 tray. I actually ended up making 3. But you'll have enough to do 1 layer of each one, and you'll be able to get all of the layers as long as you don't make the layers too thick. So I did all the way up to blue. I did have purple that I wanted to do as well, but I ran out of space. So you can, and I only showed how to do a couple of the layers because I figured that it's the same steps. Okay. So these are the boxes of the Jello that you use. You can use the sugar-free too. It works as well. And the recipe that I used for the jigglers, which is only 2 cups of water per 2 cups of water and the mix, because we didn't want it to be too rough. And then also for the white layers, I used the plain gelatin with the Yoplait yogurt, and I used 1 packet of the plain gelatin to 1 container of the Yoplait, and I also like to use the vanilla flavor because it matches well. So this is me dissolving the Jello into the water, and you want to make sure to have you want to prepare 2 to 3 colors at the same time, because you want it to start to cool down in between each time you put it in. This is the Jello mix with the gelatin, and what I do is I keep it in a glass bowl over a pan that has a little bit of water on low, just so that that's what I mixed it with, a little bit of water, hot water to melt the gelatin, and then I mixed it in with the yogurt. So basically, let me pause it really quick. So basically I created that mix, and you want to keep it warm the whole time, otherwise it will gel. The Jello part, it doesn't gel as fast, but the white layers do gel pretty quickly. And so what I did was I prepared my first mix. You want them to be cooled down so they're not super hot. And my first layer on this, I put it in for about 15 minutes. I wanted to make sure that I touched it and it wasn't like watery, and it was like kind of like a soft Jello gelling. And then what I did now is I started to use a spoon, and I put a thin layer of the white, just enough to cover each color layer. So you're going to do that between each one, because basically it makes the colors pop. If you do this without the white, it actually will just look like a rainbow, which is still very cool. And it looks beautiful as well. But I use the spoon to kind of make sure to push the white layer into the cracks and crevices. And I try not to jiggle it too much because the Jello underneath isn't fully set anyway, so you don't really want to do too much of that. Then what I do in between for the white layers, I actually put those into the fridge for 10 minutes. And you have to do it on you want to have a flat layer. So let's see you want to be flat as possible. I had like 2 of those going, and then I had a bigger one. I had to do 3 because the big packages actually do more than 1 mold. So make sure, and you can look at all my goodies in my fridge. And then, yeah, that's okay. So now this was me getting the orange ready, but the orange should have been ready before, right? So you want to have 2 to 3 colors prepared in advance because you want them to cool down. So you want them to cool down so that they're not extremely hot. Because if you put them in hot on the cold that just came out of the fridge, it actually can melt your layer. So what I did is I put it in really slowly because I didn't want it to heat down through the cooled parts. And so I just showed how to do the red and the orange layers, but it's pretty much the same process. So you do 15 minutes for the color and 10 minutes for the white part because it's thinner. So I was thinking it's about a half an inch deep. It's about half an inch deep for your clear Jello, and it's just enough to cover on the white. So, and that's me mixing the Jello so that it's melty. Okay, let's see. So now you're going to do all of the colors the same way. So you're going to do a color, you're going to let it sit for 15 minutes, and then you're going to do the white and you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. So that was me taking the one out. I ended up covering it with, I ended up covering the Jello with plastic wrap once I did my final and once it was already set for 15 minutes because I wanted to make sure that it didn't have anything fall into it. And so the water that I prepared here, you have to use a bowl that you can drop the mold into, and you want it to have a warm water. You only want it to sit for about 10 seconds, and then you're going to take a plate. You want to see it pull away a little, but you don't want it to be in there too long. And then what happens is when you pull it out and you put a plate on it, you flip it around. So like I said, don't put it too long because this time I did do a little too long and it ran out a little bit. You can see it. But you have a really pretty Jello mold when you're done. It's so pretty. And it actually, and I drained out the water on the sides, and it actually, once it got to room temperature, it hardened up. So you want to make sure to rinse or to pour that extra water out pretty quickly. But it makes a beautiful, beautiful dish. And I had to do the cutting because when you see the cutting, it's like, oh, it's so pretty, right? This is like the money shot on the tasty videos that everyone, when you watch all those videos where you can just see what it looks like when it's cut. Isn't that cool? So it's super, super delicious. I really love it. And all the flavors together is very, very, very good. I like it a lot. And I'm going to have to go run and get mine. I had to put it in the fridge.
Now I want some Jello.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay.
I'm still eating my rib.
Yes. Okay.
Now I want Jello ribs.
And the thing is, because we did it with it's colors. So when we did it with less water, it actually is, you can actually pick it up and eat it like this, which is really cool.
I can pick up and eat like this too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ribs. Okay. I'm going to try that this weekend. Well, what?
It's really cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try that this weekend.
And then, just make sure you have enough of the yogurt. Because if you don't have enough yogurt, what happens is you don't have enough to do the dividers. And then it's like, oh, shoot. Then you have to do it mid. And then also one more thing, if it ends up getting too separated, it actually separates.
You can eat it organized by color. Just don't spill any in your friend's office. So we have a comment from Maya saying, man, now I want to go find something to eat. Sorry for our undue evil influence on you, Maya.
So good.
I bet. Okay.
Yes.
There's something about eating episodes where I'm sitting there with a napkin going, okay, let's make myself presentable to show now. And you have a big hole in the office. Okay. It's a Jello. All right. Moving on. Now we've done our cooking. We've shown you a couple new recipes. We're going to show you some more, probably in our next cooking episode, more than likely 4th of July weekend.
Oh,
right.
Wendy says she eats her M&Ms by color. That's very smart. That's very smart. Actually, I like to just have all purple M&Ms.
So do you just what do you do with the rest of them? If they're dark chocolate M&Ms, you only eat the purple, send them to me.
So say what I would do is I would pick out all the purple ones and I put those in a jar and then I give the others away.
To me, hopefully. I'm like,
that's what I mean,
dark chocolate M&Ms. Cool. Matter of fact, I don't have any dark chocolate M&Ms. I've been munching on dark chocolate kisses. And I'm a fan of dark chocolate.
That's just really funny because you're like, I've been munching on dark chocolate kisses.
Sounds like a TikTok video. Still on about the TikTok thing from last week.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So with Memorial Day weekend, it's the major holiday weekend, start of summer. We have some memes to share with everyone concerning Memorial Day weekend. So let me get that queued up right quick.
Yay!
We present to you Memorial Day weekend memes. This is our first one. Me leaving work the day before vacation. Classic meme. Is that Honey Boo Boo or who's that?
I don't know, but that is a cute little kid.
Oh yeah. All kinds of things. All right. Next one we have is
they're ready.
Kind of my area of the boats. Brace yourselves, Memorial Day weekend is coming.
How did they do that?
I've seen some strange things. I mean, sometimes I'll actually, if I'm on a long kayak trip and I stop at a boat launch because I got to stop by the marina store and get an ice cream sandwich. It's kind of fun to just sit there and watch people come in and unload their boats because it's kind of a show. And you can tell the ones that, it looks like an episode from Family Guy trying to back the boat with some of these guys doing it, trying to back their trailers. And I've seen some weird stuff happen, but you know what? A boat launch, the equivalent I can give to people about a boat launch is a dive bar. That's the best analogy I can give. All right. Next.
This is just so weird, though. How did they get their whole bow over that thing? That's really weird.
I don't know. It's just some weird things I've seen. All right. Next meme we have. Before you do something stupid this weekend, just remember the judge won't be in until Tuesday morning. Don't want to be late to work. Go, awesome. Attorney Kermit.
That's awesome.
All right. Next one we have is this just in. Facebook users still confusing Labor Day with Memorial Day. Some people have done that. They'll talk about, oh, it's Labor Day weekend coming up, and went, it's May. No. This next.
Oh my gosh, my friend Lonnie's watching. Hi, Lonnie.
Oh, Lonnie, welcome to the show.
My friend Eleni, she never gets a chance to watch the show live, so she's watching the show right now live. Hi.
Ilani, you're gonna have to go after we get done. You're gonna have to backtrack in the show and see about how to make the Jello dessert and instant Instapot ribs.
Yes,
they're quite good. Okay, I want to take a bite, but I'm not. Next meme: Memorial Day weekend is like a furlough for teachers before they get paroled in June. My dad's a retired school teacher of 36 years. Yes, there's a lot of truth to this to the teachers. And shout out to teachers. You've had a tough year, along with the students. All right, we have going back to work. Going back to work after a holiday weekend.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh yeah. All right, and now we have, I believe a couple more left. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go to work and work. I'm gonna need you to go to work on Memorial Day.
So let me do it right. James.
Yes.
James Quaid. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and work on Memorial Day. But we'll be closing at 6, so you can enjoy with your family then.
What movie is this from?
Yeah. This is from Office Space. This was the really annoying boss, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in on and work on Memorial Day." Yeah,
I gotta see this movie.
that's what he would always do.
Gotcha. All right.
It's hilarious. It's like awesome.
I gotta go see this movie. All right. Next, I believe our last slide here. We're going back to boating. Goes back to what I was talking about, backing up trailers. Stu, who's ready for Memorial Day weekend? There's a reason I won't go hit the river or any of the local lakes on Memorial Day weekend. I'll stay home and play catch up and go during the week because of scenes like this. It's like I said, a boat launch is like a dive bar. You get the craziest, sometimes drunk, people doing dumb things and showing how they can't back a trailer.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that is the last of the memes right there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 10:51 to get toward the end of the show.
Yeah, I know. We're actually on time for a change. I don't know if you guys know this, but we always try to keep our show at an hour. And guess what? It like almost always goes over.
Yeah. I need more ribs. Okay.
Yes.
Napkin time.
Should I eat more Jello?
Sure. What would you do if you're eating the Jello in an earthquake hit? What would it look like?
Like,
bring out the Jello and show us an approximation. Shake the camera and everything. How about a 6.5? Okay, 8 a straight up 8.
You know what is nice about this is that you can really just play with it. It's like bloop, bloop. Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
This is bordering another TikTok video here. Okay. All right. Nice Jello, Melanie. Thank you. All right. As we draw close to the show, we want to come back around to the meaning of Memorial Day weekend. It is the start, the unofficial start of summer season, road trips, everything like that. But we wanted to pay attention, pay tribute to what it actually means. And for those of you, you're probably already aware, but here's a reminder. I'm reading an article here from Wikipedia that says what Memorial Day is about. Okay. Memorial Day, previously but now seldom called Decoration Day, is a federal holiday in the United States for honoring and mourning the military personnel who have died in the performance of their military duties while serving in the United States Armed Forces. The holiday is observed on the last Monday of May. The holiday was formally observed on May 30th from 1868 to 1970. Many people visit cemeteries and memorials on Memorial Day to honor and mourn those who died while serving in the U.S. military. Many volunteers place an American flag on graves or of military personnel in national cemeteries. Memorial Day is also considered the unofficial start of summer in the United States, while Labor Day, the first Monday of September, marks the unofficial start of autumn. The holiday's exact origins are uncertain, but it came out of the Civil War traditions of decorating the graves of fallen soldiers with flowers. Many cities and individuals claim to have been the first to celebrate the event. In 1868, General Logan of the Grand Army of the Republic called for a Decoration Day, which was widely celebrated. By 1890, every northern state had adopted it as a holiday. The World Wars turned it into a generalized day of remembrance. Instead of just for the Civil War, general day of remembrance instead of just for the Civil War. In 1971, Congress standardized the holiday as Memorial Day and changed its observance. 2 other days celebrate those who have served or are serving in the U.S. military. Armed Forces Day, which is earlier in May, an unofficial U.S. holiday for honoring those currently serving the armed forces, and Veterans Day on November 11th, which honors those who have served in the United States Armed Forces. I like to remark that usually in a normal year, I'd be at Valley Center Rodeo this weekend, and I get home late Sunday night. I don't care how late it is. I get up, and I am over at our local cemetery where I live. It's Coachella Valley Cemetery, and I'm out placing flags. And I have been doing it every Memorial Day. I've missed 2 just because of health or things happen, but almost every Memorial Day since I was in high school. Too many more years ago that I don't want to admit because I'm only 29.999. But I do this in all seriousness. I am huge about it. I used to be, when I was in high school, I'd go out to the local cemetery. I'd play taps. They'd tag me for that all the time. I took a lot of pride in it. And this is coming from somebody that I've never served in the military, but I have had the honor once a number of years ago of placing a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Still to this day, one of my most incredibly humbling experiences. And Savannah and I both powwow a lot. It's our living. That's how we start. And it's a culture that honors the veterans and those who passed away at every event, at every opportunity. Remember this. And to those that passed, we have a special video we're going to play at the end of the show for you. Savannah, you got anything on this?
No. This is good.
Okay. So we like to bring the show out. We're going to play a video for you at the end, and then we're going to go over and announce next week's show. But this is a little bit early, but I'd like to do a video, and I need to get it lined up right quick because I actually am playing it from Facebook. But let me get lined up. About a year ago, I went out, and it was the day before, it was Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and I was over what was called the Mojave Cross, which is in Mojave National Preserve. It is a little bit of land owned by the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the VFW, within the Mojave National Monument. And it is a cross that was put up. I'm going to get the years wrong. I didn't look up the history recently, but the cross was put up in the 1930s, I believe. Originally, the original cross to commemorate veterans of World War I. And over time it has come to represent all those who have perished in war, and to honor those that have perished. And with this, I'm going to be playing a video that is actually a 360 video. So I'm going to be panning around a little bit so you can see it. It's in a beautiful Joshua Tree forest. It's about a minute and a half long, but let me go ahead and get that lined up right quick.
Yeah.
So let me, this is going to take a minute to set up because I have to do a share screen for this part over here. So let me move this over. Okay. Move it around a little bit. And let me go ahead and play this video for you and just kind of take it in, and I'll pan around so you can see it. And apparently that's it. So let me get this stopped here. It is in a beautiful, thank you for stopping my camera.
Oopsie. I figured it's easier for me to stop it for you because you're focusing on that.
Yeah, I'm focusing on that. It's really hard to do a 360 video over Zoom, especially when streaming from Facebook, because I couldn't find the original. It's somewhere in a USB hard drive I have, but I want to get more panning, but you get the idea. It's in an absolutely beautiful Joshua Tree forest at about 5,500 feet elevation, if you believe that, in Mojave Desert. So I wanted to share that. It was absolutely magical being able to experience that, to film it. But we wanted to share that with everyone.
Yeah.
And to bring it back to we have a mark right here from Maya. That is cool. My grandpa served in the Navy during World War II, I think. And Wendy says, Wendy Hodge, I always look for it when I go through there. Absolutely. It's a magical place. If you ever get a chance to visit Mojave Cross, it's worth the visit. It's off the beaten track a bit, but it's right next to a paved road, but it's worth a good place to go over there and just remember.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we should get over with finish off some business about next week's show.
Yes. Let's do
Okay.
it.
So everybody, next week we have coming up, and I'm going to have to move the little ring around from one screen to the other to get it over. All right, let's bring it over here. Let me fix this. This is not something we normally be done on a show, but next week we're introducing summertime road trips. We're going to be talking about some of our favorite places to go, national parks that we've been to. And, let us know what national parks you like, especially turning next week. We'll talk about kind of traveling tips because again, Savannah and I both powwow. We travel quite a bit. And, look for hotels, neat place to go, and even talk about some of the national parks and some of their vegetation next week. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, totally.
Absolutely. 11:02. We're so close to being on time.
I know. This is great. Like, we should really try to keep on time. Oh my gosh. I have one of my friends, Karma, is watching from, she might be in New Mexico or Phoenix. I'm not sure which one.
I see a beat.
Yeah, that's Karma.
That's Karma? Okay.
Yes. Hello, Karma. I'm having my friends come on today. Jeez, this is awesome.
Toward the end of the show, unfortunately, because we're almost signing off here.
You have to watch the full episode. You're going to love it. I actually, James showed how to make ribs, and I showed how to make layered jello, which is like, my fingers are so sticky. Look, layered jello. Very cool.
And ribs.
Yes. So, yeah.
Almost done with this rib.
Oh, yeah.
Have a bone
Hey, James.
Yes.
You missed a spot. There's like a whole bunch of meat you left off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to be munching on this when we get off the show here.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're like missing a whole bunch. Like, I was looking, I was like, dude, he's missing.
Oh, no, I'm going to gnaw that sucker. I'm going to be going, because the ribs are that good.
Yeah. Seriously, this guy is like, you don't have, it's just fun to watch the videos. James is a very entertaining guy. You're going to definitely be glad that you watched him. Sorry, I'm hearing noises behind me. The little baby's drinking water.
You brought a baby into the office with you and you have it sitting on the desk behind you during the show?
No, she's like on the ground over there and she's drinking water.
The baby's on the ground drinking water.
Yes.
What kind of pet parent are you?
I know, right? She's running around. Now she's over there. She's running.
We're talking about the Chihuahua, right?
Oh, this is Princess Leia, Karma, my little Chihuahua baby.
Show Princess Leia to us.
She's actually 6 months old. Hey, Leia, come here. Leia. She ran to the other side of the room. Hey, Leia.
Oh, inconvenient timing.
She's playing with the cat. Come on. Oh, she came over because she wants to say hello. This is Princess Leia. Say hello. Hello.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're sitting here on the show with Savea holding Princess Leia up to the camera going, woo! Savea, I've told you many times, we really can't have a whole show of an hour of you going, Princess Leia, Princess Leia, Princess Leia. Princess Leia. Unless I can bring a jar pickle here. A jar of pickles and Rambo sprinkles.
She's been playing with the cat like crazy, running around playing the cat. She's like, I don't want to be held anymore. I want to play with the cat.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Yes.
The drum and the unicorn are playing now, apparently. Because it just tapped the drum. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Let me get lined up here for closing credits. And everybody, been fun again. A lot of you are coming on at the end of the show. Hit rewind when we're done.
So, okay, you guys, we have tons of episodes. We have over 52 episodes on our live. So if you go on the live tab of our video or our Facebook page, you can see we have over 52 episodes. So Karma, you're going to have a lot of videos to catch up on. Same with you, Eleni. I'm giving you homework.
That is a lot of hours because that's like, considering how much time we've gone over with, that's probably 52
Even
hours.
Plus more. Because some of
That's
them
probably
almost
collectively
like
65 hours worth of video.
Yeah. So seriously, it's a lot of fun. We go over lots of topics. We have beat artists. We have social influencers. We have all kinds of stuff to share. So you guys, if you haven't watched any of our videos, we have tons of videos. And, make sure to subscribe. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dancy Bear's YouTube channel, because every time it's live, it's there. You can subscribe to James's page, which is Elk Rack Traders. And if you haven't already subscribed to Dancy Bear, subscribe to Dancy Bear's Facebook page. Yay! And you know what? At least you can listen to it in the background if you're working on craft work or you're working on like cleaning up your home or whatever. You can just have it in the background going and you can listen to the banter. It's a lot of fun.
Banter.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. Let's see if we got anything else to read out. Lots of hours, at least 3 days of continuous shows. Yes. By then, we will have you hypnotized. And you'll be going, late night craft talk, I shall do your bidding.
Like, I can't wait for the next episode to come out. It's so great.
We do seriously have a following that's like, bring it on, bring it on. I've talked to a couple of our viewers, and they're like, yeah, I sit down at 9:50, and I'm like, it's 9:52. What the heck, guys? Come on. I demand this. I demand your show now.
Yes, and we have a lot of fun too. Like this kind of banter, like it's like brother sister kind of fun, like pulling each other's hair.
Obviously, I took the good looks.
Yeah, right.
Is your mom going?
God. Yeah. My mom's like, yeah.
No. Typical Californian answer. Yeah, no. The ultimate, like, California answer, this ultimate no is yeah, no.
Okay. All right, James. Well.
All right, folks.
End of our show.
Do I still have stuff on my face? So I'm looking at going, I think I have barbecue sauce still. We get all done with the show. I'm going, wash face.
I just thought that those were like beauty marks on your face. Like a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit like here. And
well, considering how much barbecue sauce I rubbed on my face to get this show and when filming the video earlier, I went over to wash my face, walked over about 5 minutes later, went, oh, I missed a spot. Way up by my ear. I'm going to be surprised if there's something else. All right, now maybe somebody ribs this evening. I'm going to be exfoliating barbecue sauce.
Yes, I know. Actually, there's a barbecue sauce mask. You should try it, James.
You have my interest.
It's like you put them. It's like a homemade recipe where you mix in the barbecue sauce into the like face mask. And what happens is that like makes your face smell like barbecue.
That's the only way to get the dog for some people. Somebody ugly like me, the way to get the dog to lick the face is barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue face.
That sounds like a redneck convention.
You know what?
Earl.
There could even
we'll have to talk to Earl.
Oh my gosh, there could even be a barbecue perfume.
Well, there's bacon everything. I don't know if Denny's does it anymore because I really don't go to Denny's that much, but they used to have like bacon sundaes, bacon ice cream, bacon shakes.
Yes.
And I've seen some places like bacon flavored hot cocoa, and I'm like, granted, I'm gonna go like bacon, but I gotta remember arteries are going bacon.
It's so funny, you guys can't see it, but she's like running back and forth and she's barking at the cat.
Okay. We really got to get in the show because now we're 10 minutes over. We're getting closer to our whoopsie times.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to try it this time. Let's see if we can make it all the way to the credits this time. All right. Everybody, this has been another episode of Late Night Craft Talk. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Awesomeness.
Everyone dance. dance. Everyone
Dance,
dance.
tango. Dance.
Everyone dance.
They barely didn't fix the framing up a little bit.
Oh, ain't he cute?